In one of the largest drone operations of the entire war, waves of Ukrainian drones, reportedly up to 660 in a single night, penetrated deep into Russian territory. Factories burned, airfields were hit, and a critical chemical plant linked to Putin's war machine was struck again. Russian air defenses lit up the sky in panic, but they couldn't stop the sheer volume of incoming threats. This is asymmetric warfare on a whole new scale. Today we break down how Ukraine prepared and executed this massive 660 drone assault, and why hitting chemical plants and production facilities is becoming a decisive strategy. If you're following the real developments in this war, hit like and subscribe for more frontline analysis. The preparation for an operation of this magnitude was months in the making. Ukrainian engineers and military planners focused on scaling up drone production while improving range, autonomy, and survivability. With help from the recent NATO support packages, local factories received new components, better navigation systems, and electronic warfare-resistant technology. This allowed Ukraine to manufacture and deploy hundreds of drones in coordinated waves, rather than small harassing attacks. Intelligence teams worked tirelessly to map Russian air defense gaps, identify high-value industrial targets, and study patrol patterns of Russian fighter jets and SAM systems. They paid special attention to chemical plants producing propellants, explosives, and other key materials for Russian missiles and artillery. Previous strikes on the same facilities had revealed weak points in their defenses and repair timelines. This data was used to plan follow-up attacks that would maximize disruption. Training was scaled up dramatically. Hundreds of drone operators practiced large-scale swarm tactics in simulators and live exercises. They learned how to divide roles, some drones acting as decoys to saturate radars, others carrying out precision strikes, and reconnaissance drones providing real-time battle damage assessment. Launch sites were prepositioned closer to the border or in forward areas, reducing flight time and increasing the chance of successful penetration. The execution of the 660 drone strike was a masterpiece of coordination and overwhelming force. The operation began with smaller probing attacks designed to test Russian reactions and draw out air defense assets. Then, the main waves were launched in carefully timed pulses. Cheap decoy drones flew first to exhaust Russian missiles and radar operators. Behind them came more capable strike drones, carrying explosives tailored for industrial targets. Multiple targets were hit simultaneously across a wide area to stretch Russian defenses to the breaking point. Airfields, fuel storage sites, and logistics hubs were engaged, but the primary focus remained on the chemical plant, a facility critical to producing solid rocket propellants and other munitions components. Drones approached from different directions and altitudes, making it extremely difficult for Russian systems to track and intercept all threats. Some drones flew at low altitude to avoid radar detection, while others used autonomous guidance to continue their mission even if communication links were jammed. The result was chaos in Russian skies. Explosions rocked the chemical plant once again, causing fires and significant production setbacks. Secondary explosions from stored materials added to the damage. Russian emergency crews were forced to respond under the constant threat of follow-up strikes. This is not just about one night of attacks. Ukraine is deliberately targeting the foundation of Russia's war economy. Chemical plants like this one supply the raw materials needed for missiles, artillery shells, and rockets. Disrupting them creates bottlenecks that cannot be quickly fixed. Every day of lost production means fewer weapons reaching Russian troops at the front, slower resupply of air defenses, and growing pressure on Putin's already strained industrial base. The psychological and strategic impact is enormous. Russia is forced to pull air defense systems away from the front lines to protect deep rear areas. Valuable missiles worth millions are expended against cheap drones. Factories that were once considered safe are now permanently on edge, with workers operating under blackout conditions and constant fear of the next wave. Ukraine's strategy here is clear. They don't need to match Russia's conventional firepower when they can make the production and delivery of that firepower far more difficult and expensive. With continued Western support and domestic innovation, the number of drones in each operation is only likely to grow. Fiber optic and AI-enhanced systems are making these attacks harder to stop, while the scale keeps Russian commanders guessing where the next major strike will land. Putin's options are narrowing. He can try to build more air defenses, but that diverts resources from the battlefield. He can threaten escalation, but that hasn't stopped the drone campaign so far. Meanwhile, Ukrainian forces continue refining their tactics, learning from each operation and striking deeper into the heart of Russia's military-industrial machine. The 660 drone assault shows that the war is increasingly being fought in Russia's rear, where their vulnerabilities are greatest. As these strikes continue, the pressure on Putin's ability to sustain the fight will only intensify. What do you think? Can Russia protect its industrial heartland from this kind of drone onslaught, or will these attacks eventually cripple their war effort? Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you want more detailed coverage of Ukraine's innovative tactics and major strikes, like this video, share it, and subscribe to Military Force. Turn on notifications so you stay updated on every major development. Thanks for watching. The skies over Russia are getting more dangerous by the week, and we'll keep bringing you the truth behind these operations. See you in the next update.